Hey guys, how's it going today? I'm going to be doing a little different guide. This is a beginner's guide for Pokemon Go. If you have never played the game before, I'm going to show you how to set it up and the first things that you see on the main screen and all that good stuff. So first, you want to go to the App Store, obviously, and you want to download Pokemon Go. So you do that. This is through the iTunes Store and then Android through their Android store. It's a free app, so you just go ahead and download it. Then it's going to ask you to sign in. So you just pick between male or female. I'm gonna pick male. This is all customization, so you can change skin color to the hair color, to eyes, to the color of the hat, pattern a little bit. So you can play around with that and figure out what you like, and then you just hit next. So these are the starter Pokemon. When you first start out, you're going to have these three Pokemon on your screen. If you do not catch these three Pokemon, you'll have the opportunity to catch a Pikachu later on. But just for the sake of doing it right now, I'm just going to show you. And I'm going to click on the Squirtle. Okay, so now this will give you the option to turn on AR where your camera's on, or you can turn it off. But when you're trying to catch the Pokemon, so like I'm at my desktop right now. So this is the Squirtle with AR, right? So he's bouncing up and down. But personally, I like turning AR off. So if you see the little tab on the top right, you can turn AR off, and it just brings it to this kind of screen. So now you're just going to throw the ball by grabbing the ball with your finger and flicking it towards the circle where the Pokemon is. And that's the basic premise of how to catch Pokemon. New Pokemon, these are the experience. Experience help you gain levels. It's put into your Pokedex because it's the first time that we've ever caught this Squirtle. Okay, so now that we're in the game and we've caught our first Pokemon and all that stuff's gone through, I'll try to explain to you the features and like what everything you're seeing right now. It's a little confusing, there's a lot going on, but once you get used to it, it's really not that bad. So here we can see your avatars in the middle. You can touch the screen with one finger and you can spin it around. It pivots around your avatar. If you pinch, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, right? So let's go to a medium kind of thing. So this position of this avatar is where you are in the real world. So I'm on this street. I'm kind of in this building over here, but it's the general location of where you are in the world. The Pokemon are scattered throughout the world. They're all in different places. They have different spawn rates. They'll respawn in different places. So like if we click on this Pidgey and we catch the Pidgey, he'll disappear. But a new Pokemon might spawn nearby or something like that in the meantime. Their spawn timers on the Pokemon are about 20 minutes. There's all different kinds of rarity. There's all different kinds of Pokemon. Pidgeys are very common. So let's just catch the Pidgey now just because I don't want it to despawn. Like it could disappear on us. So I'm going to click on the Pidgey, and it brings up this catching screen. So I'm going to explain to you all the different buttons on the screen right here. We'll start in the bottom right. The bottom right is your inventory. These are all the items you possessed. I'm going to it's not that many. So you get 50 Pokeballs, a camera, incense, an egg incubator. I'll explain what items are later. A little camera symbol in the bottom right is to take a photo of the Pokemon. So if you have like a good AR, so like he's sitting on my desk. So if I wanted to take a picture, I can take a picture of him sitting on my desk. And you can save it or you can delete it, whatever. That's how people take pictures of Pokemon at like famous places and things like that. Okay, so we've exited out of the picture. The little AR tab at the top right, that'll turn alternate reality on or off. So right now we're in alternate reality, so it's showing the Pidgey on my desk. We'll turn it off. So we just have this background. I find it's a lot easier to catch Pokemon when AR is off. And the top left icon right there is the flee button. There's some cases where you do want to flee from Pokemon where it's not really worth catching them, and you might have accidentally clicked on them or whatever, or you just want to see the CP of the Pokemon, but that's more of an intermediate kind of thing, so I'll show that in another video. So we'll just go ahead and catch this Pidgey. So I'm going to put my finger on the Pokeball again. As you see, the Pokeball stops moving. And you'll see this green circle kind of shrinking. When the green circle is large, and you hit it within the green circle, you'll get a nice, which is 10 experience. When the green circle is about medium to smallish, you'll get a great, which will give you an additional 50 experience. And if the circle is really small and you happen to hit it in the middle, you get an extra 100 experience. Each Pokemon that you catch is 100 experience if it's not a new Pokemon. So it's pretty important to get these like a good throw down right down the middle. So this Pidgey is kind of close. I'm just going to do like a little toss right here. So he jumped out of the way. They can jump. While they're jumping, you can hit them with the Pokeball and still catch them. But if they're attacking, you can't hit them with the Pokeball. Oh my god. He jumped again. Okay, so I got a great throw. I hit it when it was kind of like intermediate sized. There we go, we caught him. Sometimes they break out. It'll click 3 times. It'll go doot, 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 like 3 times. And then you'll catch the Pokemon. So we got Pokemon caught, 100 experience. New Pokemon, 500 experience. And Great Throw, 50. So we got 650 experience for that one Pokemon. It's pretty good. So it's going to register the Pidgey. So this is the Pokemon information screen. So to access this screen, I'll just show you. Do not play while driving. We leveled up. We got 10 Pokeballs. You can see in the top right, it gave us 10 Pokeballs. Okay, to access that Pokemon information screen, you click on the little Pokeball down here in the bottom, and you click Pokemon. So we have that Squirtle that we initially caught, and then the Pidgey that we just caught. So if you click that Pidgey, it'll bring back up that screen. And what this screen does, it just gives you information about the Pokemon that you caught. CP10 at the top is kind of hard to see, just because of the colors. There we go, it's a little bit darker there. The name, you can change the name. The HP, which is how much health it has. What type of Pokemon it is, it's normal flying. The weight and the height, XL. I mean, it doesn't mean too much. I think the height has to do with how much health it has. So now the 200 Stardust represents how much Stardust that you have. This number right here, right above the word power up. And how many Pidgey candy we have. We have 3 Pidgey candy. Every Pokemon that you catch, you're going to get 3 candy of that Pokemon type. And then when you transfer it, which is another thing I'll show you in a second, you get 1 more candy. So we can choose to power up the Pidgey, which increases the CP of the Pokemon. Or we don't have to, we can just leave it like this. And then below that, you see the moves, Tackle and Air Cutter. Those are its moves for when you're fighting at a gym. Okay, so we got into the game, we caught our starter Pokemon, and you see this map. What is this map? And what is this avatar standing in the middle with this circle, you know, kind of pulsating out from it? The circle surrounding your avatar that's pulsing is the diameter circle, like the scan radius of your character. So if there's Pokemon or Pokestops or gyms within this area, you can activate them either to catch the Pokemon, spin the Pokestop, or fight at the gym. Alright, so that's what that circle is. As you move, like in the real world, your avatar will move in the real world with the circle around you. These dark lines, we'll start very basic here. We start very, very basic. These dark lines with the yellow on the outside, they represent roads. So as you can see here, I live on a dead end. But if you look to the left here, it's a little bit more confusing. You're like, oh my god, what is this grid? All the grid represents is that there's a parking lot. Instead of shading it all dark blue or whatever this color is, for some reason they didn't do that. They just made it kind of like a grid shape. So my guy's kind of like moving around a little bit, but that's a parking lot. And you can see roads running parallel over there. Okay, so now you'll see these like slightly different colored green rectangles, right? the light green over the dark green. These light greens are actually buildings. So in the real world, whoop, sorry, I didn't mean to move that so fast. In the real world, this is an L-shaped building. This is an L-shaped building with another building in the background over there. This big building right here is like it's a big store that I live next to. I kind of thought better of saying where I live. You might pick it up from where I click some of these Pokestops and things like that. Okay, so we have the roads, we have the buildings, you have the avatar, and that's it. That's the main things that you kind of have to get down. There's no Pokemon on our screen right now. You saw that earlier. You might have seen it with the Pidgey or the Squirtle. So now you see these things in the far background over there. These little like angled blue cubes with blue posts sticking up. Those are called Pokestops, right? So we'll click on one. I can click on it. So when you click on them, they're all different places. And check out the Pokestop. They're all different places, usually like common areas throughout the world. Like this is a sign. And what the Pokestops do is they drop items. And the items that you need in this game are Pokeballs to catch the Pokemon. There's limited use on Pokeballs. So these Pokestops, when you spin them, like left and right like that, see how I'm spinning it? When you're actually there, when your avatar is actually within range of the circle, remember, the circle is your activation circle. So when your avatar is within the Pokestop, you'll spin the Pokestop, and you'll get a bunch of items. It's completely randomized. Sometimes you'll get Pokeballs. Sometimes you'll get potions. Sometimes you'll get revives, and sometimes you'll get eggs. So the Pokeballs are what you use to catch the Pokemon. It's pretty self-explanatory. They're limited use, so every time you throw a ball, you lose a ball. The potions are used for when you fight in gyms to heal your Pokemon, because your Pokemon are going to take damage from other Pokemon that it's fighting. So it's like to heal them, you use potion. Revive is if your Pokemon goes to 0 health. You revive them from being fainted. They're pretty much dead, but you can revive them from 0 health to whatever health revive gives, and then you can heal it with a potion. If a Pokemon is fainted, you cannot use a potion on them. They have to be revived first. And eggs. You get Pokemon eggs. So you get 2-kilometer eggs, you get 5-kilometer eggs, and you get 10-kilometer eggs. All different Pokemon hatch from these eggs. You stick these eggs into incubators within the game, and they, as you walk or drive safely, they'll hatch 2-kilometer eggs, 5-kilometer eggs, 10-kilometer eggs. They hatch all different types of Pokemon, and each distance has rarer Pokemon. So the 5s are usually more rare than the 2 kilometers, and the 10s are more rare than the 5-kilometer eggs. Okay, so I was just talking about gyms. What's a gym? Like, why would I fight my Pokemon at a gym? So I'm going to click. You see these really tall, like taller than the Pokestops. They kind of look like arenas, floating disc arenas with Pokemon on top of them. They can be all different kinds of Pokemon. So if we look over here, there's two Vaporeons on top of those gyms. There's a yellow gym over here with a Poliwrath. So I'm just going to click on this gym just to show you what it is. Oh, we can't even look at him. Okay, from this screen, I'll just explain to you what a gym is. At level 5, once you level up a couple times, you're going to pick a team. You can either pick Team Valor, which is red. See here on the video, I'm Team Valor. Mystic, which is blue. Or Team Instinct, which is yellow. So this, if you notice, this gym is mostly yellow. It's yellow, highlights and all that. That means Team Instinct currently owns the gym. So what you do is you fight the Pokemon that other players have stuck in the gym, and you can put your own Pokemon in once you take over it for your team, or if your team's already in control of a gym, you can train against their Pokemon to increase the prestige of the gym to stick your Pokemon in. It's a little bit intermediate, like for beginner, it's really nothing really too much to concern with. So we'll just move on from this. So we've went through gyms, we've went through Pokestops, I've explained what the roads are, explained what the buildings are, your avatar, the circle. All right, so now we'll just move on to some of the icons. Oh, look, a Pidgey popped up. You click on the Pidgey. That's an attack. When it attacks, you can't flick the ball at it. See how the circle disappears? If I were to throw a ball there, it would just bounce off of it and not do anything. So he's attacking there. See, I almost threw it. There we go. So that's a nice. So we already caught a Pidgey. It's not going to register the Pokédex. It's just going to bring up the stats page for the Pokemon that we just caught. So the one we just got had Quick Attack and Twister. Wow, it gets Twister? That's kind of odd. I didn't realize it got Twister from a Dragon move. But anyways. So where was I? Yes, I've explained everything that you see like on the map. Gyms, Pokestops, roads, parking lots. Oh yeah, bodies of water. That lighter blue in the background you see over there, that's body of water. Once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. Also, the sky is kind of dark right now because it is nighttime, or the sun has set. The top right, the little compass, that just points to true north, so we're facing true north on the map right now. The bottom right, I guess I'll explain that. It's pretty pertinent. So sightings. What is sightings? Sightings means that there's a Venonat, because I know what the silhouette is, but we haven't caught it. If there's a silhouette of a Pokemon, that means that you haven't caught the Pokemon yet. If there's a drawn-in colored photo of it, so if there's a picture of a Venonat there, that means you've already caught it, but it's within, it's pretty close to here. So you would walk around, either to the end of the road, up this road, wherever. You don't really know where it is. It's tracking Pokemon is a little bit more of an intermediate thing, but so for now, the sightings just means that they're nearby. There's a Venonat. This bottom left one, the avatar with the number, that's your level. The little bar on the bottom left is the experience that you have within the level. So if we click on this, it brings up your... I wish that check out a Pokestop thing would go away. So I'm scrolling down. So we're level 2. We have 1360 experience. This is the date we started. Once you get to level 5 and you click on a gym, you can pick your gym. And these are all the accolades that we have. So we have 2 out of 5 Pokemon registered to the Pokedex. The accolades don't really give you anything. They're just kind of like achievements, like on Xbox 360 or Xbox or PlayStation. So I'm going to click on this button on the bottom right. Brings up your journal. So your journal shows you everything that you've done, from like flipping Pokestops to catching Pokemon to seeing what Pokemon that you did hatch. People use this to screenshot like achievements or rare Pokemon that they caught online, things like that. The other thing is customize. Again, we've went through this avatar customization. You can change it once you get into the game. Okay, I'm going to exit out of this. Okay, so now we're going to go through the menu. So this Pokeball on the bottom of the screen, you see the silhouette of a Pokeball, brings up this menu. So what is this menu? What are all these things? Pokemon again. We'll click on the Pokemon. These are the Pokemon that you've caught. If you click to the right, these are the eggs. You get eggs from going to Pokestops and spinning Pokestops. Once you get an egg, you can incubate it. So if you see in the bottom right, you have an infinity incubator. This is the biggest gold sink in the game, is that you can purchase with in-game money more incubators, but don't worry about that for now. So once you get an egg, you can stick it in the incubator and it will incubate. So you'll have, like, say you stick a 5-kilometer egg in, it'll say 0.00 out of 5 kilometers. So you have to walk or move 5 kilometers at 12 miles per hour or less, and then the egg will hatch. And once the egg hatches, you'll get a Pokemon and a bunch of candy for it. And experience. It's a pretty good experience. Okay, so that's the Pokemon and egg screen. What is this one? Oh, okay. So this is the screen right here. It's currently sorting by recent. So it has the most recent Pokemon that we've caught first. You can sort by favorite. You can favorite Pokemon. You can sort by number, like the number of the Pokemon. Squirtle's a lower number than Pidgey. The HP. the name, so push the Pidgeys ahead of the Squirtle again, or the combat power. So combat power is 13, Squirtle's the highest, so they'll filter it that way. So you can catch up to 250 Pokemon before you run out of space and you can't catch anymore. You can either buy more space or you can transfer them. I'll show you how to transfer real quick. So you click on the Pokemon, you click on this menu in the bottom right, and you hit transfer. So what happens when it transfers, you lose the Pokemon. You send it to Professor Willow, I believe his name is, and he'll give you 1 candy for it. So see, we got the +1 candy. And that +1 candy can be used, so we got +1 Pidgey candy, so we can evolve it eventually into a Pidgeotto. Or we can power this one up. Either or. The candy is what you use to evolve and power up the Pokemon within the game. So some Pokemon evolve 0 times. Some Pokemon evolved 1 time only. Some Pokemon evolve 3 times. Or excuse me, 2 times. So Pidgey will eventually turn into Pidgeotto. And then Pidgeotto will turn into Pidgeot. All 3 Pokemon, even though they change, it goes from Pidgey to Pidgeotto to Pidgeot, they all use Pidgey candy. So every evolution of the Pokemon, they'll use the base form's candy. And that's it. So like, for example, Squirtle turns into Wartortle, which turns into Blastoise. So Blastoise would be using Squirtle candy. I know it's a little confusing with the names of the Pokemon. You'll get them as it goes on. Okay, so we went through the Pokemon. Click on the Pokedex. This just shows you what you've seen, what you've caught. So we can just click on the Squirtle. Gives you a little synopsis. So you see here, Squirtle turns into Wartortle, which turns into Blastoise. Okay, we'll go to items. Okay, so incense and lucky eggs, not regular eggs that you hatch Pokemon with, lucky eggs. Incense will lure Pokemon to you for 30 minutes. Are these worth? You don't get these from Pokestops. You can only really buy these in the store. You get, I think, some from leveling up. They're not really worth buying. They don't work too well, in my personal opinion. So don't buy incense. Buy lucky eggs instead. Pokeballs are used to catch Pokemon. Cameras used to take photos of the Pokemon if you want. The egg incubator, they give you 1 infinite one, which is not enough to incubate 1 egg at a time. You can get up to 9 eggs, but they take quite a while. You get more eggs. You get eggs faster than you can hatch them with 1 incubator. When you level up, you get a couple limited use incubators. But I'll show you the items in the shop that you can buy and where the real gold sink is and what you can consider to buy if you want to spend gold. If you run through enough Pokestops, you'll never need to buy Pokeballs. I know my coworkers, they run through about 8 to 10 Pokestops on their morning commute. They never need to buy Pokeballs, but I need to buy Pokeballs maybe like once a month, just because I don't go through that many Pokestops. You can purchase gold in-game. Incense, like I said, it's not really worth it. Doesn't work too well. You can try it out for yourself if you want. I would just recommend using the ones that they give you. Lucky eggs. So lucky eggs is where it's at. It takes a really long time to level up, and the CP of your Pokemon's kind of based off of what level you are in-game. So lucky egg will double your experience for 30 minutes. You use these to, when you're like group evolving Pokemon, you'll get 500 experience times 2. So you'll get 1,000 experience for every Pokemon that you evolve, and it's kind of like a power leveling. You use lucky eggs to power level. They give you lucky eggs throughout. I think I'm going to make a separate video for lucky eggs, so look out for that one. Lure modules. They give you lure modules as you level up too. So you don't really need to buy these. So what you can do is you can go to a Pokestop and you can put this lure module up, and it kind of works like incense, like a really good incense, but everybody within the area of the Pokestop gets it. So those are pretty cool. Egg incubator. So this is where the real money's spent. So you get 3 uses. You get to hatch 3 eggs with an egg incubator for 150 gold, which is equivalent to about, I don't know, if you just do penny to gold, it's $1.50. So it's like 50 cents every time you hatch an egg. There's no known way to get these in game, so this is where I spend most of my gold on, actually. This is probably like 95 an increasing percentage. 95 going to be 99% of where I spend my gold. Bag upgrades, it's exactly what it says. You can increase the total number of items that you carry by 50. This is really important too because you will run out of space once you start spinning Pokestops and collecting a lot of Pokeballs. There's different level of Pokeballs. There's Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls. There's multi-levels of potions. There's normal potions, super potions, hyper potions, max potions, all kinds of crazy shit. I would definitely buy a few bag upgrades too once you start. I recommend. You don't have to do it right away, but you're going to see yourself running out of spots pretty soon. Then Pokemon Storage Upgrade. This one you don't have to do for a while. I did buy a few of these. I think I'm at like 350 total, so I think I bought 2 of these. It just makes it easier than 250. 250 is a little bit low. You'll see if you religiously play the game, you might buy a couple of these, but I think the item bag upgrade is much more important. Okay, so now here's the gold. So they break it down. 100 gold, is $1, and you get a discount for every time you buy more gold up to 14,500 gold for $100. If you're gonna buy gold, if you play this game at all, you will buy gold, right? You need to buy these incubators and a few of these upgrades, right? So if you're new to the game, right, and you plan on playing for a little bit, I highly suggest you buy $20 worth of gold. 250 or 2,500 gold. It'll let you buy incubators, a few bag upgrades, Pokeballs if you need to get them, right? How much are Pokeballs? Whew, Pokeballs are 800 gold, man. Anyways, you figure out whatever is the appropriate amount for you. I don't want to suggest anything. I don't know people's income. You can totally play this game with 0 gold. You'll never you'll reach a plateau of hatching eggs if you don't purchase gold. That's the only limiting factor. But if you really manage your items, micromanage your Pokemon, you can get away with this game without paying a penny. That being said, do not buy these coins at full price. You can go on eBay, you can go on other websites, take a look around the internet, and you can buy iTunes gift cards at discounted prices. I bought $100 worth of coins from a $100 gift card that I purchased on eBay for $85. Another thing that you have to remember too is that an iTunes purchase, like the in-game purchase like this, they're gonna charge you tax. So I live in Mass. Mass tax is like 6.25. So I ended up paying like $106.25 for this. So I spent $85 for the $100 gift card, and then I had to spend $6.25. So I ended up spending $91.25 for $106.25. So I saved like $15 or whatever, right? Around there. I can't math right now. So look online for gift cards, please. You'll save money. And they do instant codes. They'll email you the code so that you can redeem it on iTunes or Android or whatever. Okay, so settings. I'm sorry. Settings is in the top right here. You can turn music on off, sound effects on off, vibration on off, battery saver on off. I'll show you what battery saver is real quick. Help center, change nickname, report high priority issue about Pokemon Go, sign out. Those are some things that they're pretty self-explanatory. So I turned battery saver on. So what battery saver does is when you turn the phone from the normal orientation to upside down, it puts it into a low power mode. So you can continue to play the game while walking with your hand down, and it will save your battery. This eats battery. This game eats battery like it's its job. Like, I had to purchase an external battery pack, 13,000 milliamp external battery pack for this game. If you plan on playing this for like more than an hour, it's gonna chew through your battery like crazy. It doesn't use that much data, surprisingly, because I think it only pings every like 5 seconds or so. But it chews through data like crazy. Or not data, excuse me, battery like crazy. So just be cautious of that. You might want to like set your phone to a low power mode. I often do that instead of running it at normal. Okay, so leveling up. If you want to try to level up to level 5, what you're going to want to do is spin Pokestops and catch Pokemon. I think those are the only ways to gain experience before level 5, right? You can evolve them too. Powering up your Pokemon and just straight up walking doesn't do anything, doesn't give you any experience. Although Walking will hatch your eggs, which in turn gives you experience. But the best way to gain experience on the early levels is to just catch Pokemon, try to fill in your Pokedex with new Pokemon because you get a huge bonus. Catch everything. Get the Pidgeys, get the Weedles, all those little candies. Like 3 candy every time you catch the Pokemon, and another one for when you transfer them. When you go to evolve them, they're gonna give you experience. So just catch everything. Don't let anything go by. So I hope some of these things help you out on your journey as you're beginning to play Pokemon Go. Look forward to my different guides, I guess like an intermediate and an advanced guide and specific guides because I really want to do one on a lucky egg because those are really important to leveling. So hope this helped and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.